Hello. We are here for week 21 of Perpetual Prompts with Carrie Griffiths. Hopefully this uploads in time because I am recording it really early in the morning on Wednesday. Supposed to post at 9 a.m. We'll see what happens with YouTube. So I realized that last week I forgot yet again to show you what my prompts were for this week. So we have face, instrument, history, sticker, and fashion. Let's see if I can get these in a way that I can snap a quick... Oh, I cannot snap a quick picture because my phone is on the charger. Face, fashion, instrument, sticker, and history. So I have faces on my stickers because they're people. So I kind of wanted to go outside the box a little bit with face. I could have done the face of a clock, but I do that often. That's, in fact, when I see the word face, clock is actually the first thing that comes to my mind. But instead, this time I'm going to do the face of a pocket, as in the face of it, the first thing you see, right? I have some old, some vintage ads for a spinning wheel, tin can molds, and a wool card. These are my instruments. So instruments of construction, olden day history. It's part of my history as well. Back in the olden days, having to shear your wool and then, card your wool, spin it into your own yarn, having to make your own candles and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where my thought was going with these particular items. I do have 3 of them cut out. I don't know if 3 of them are going to fit on this page, but we will see. I don't know if you can hear my massage belt going on my lower back. It's part of why I'm not sleeping right now, because my back is really hurting me, and I've already taken all the over-the-counter medication that I can, and it still really hurts. I'm about to go grab some stronger stuff and knock myself out and just sleep through the pain. But I really hate doing it. I try not to take them. If I can at all avoid taking the higher, more the stronger pain meds, I do try to avoid it. So this is, this is the end of this signature, beginning of the next one. So it did stamp over onto the beginning of the next signature. I'm not worried about that. It may or may not get covered up. And you can see, it's happened before when I've inked and stuff. The front of this is picked up lots of stuff from previous projects. In fact, I'm wondering what that one was from. Which one I would have inked there. Oh, this. When I was stenciling this, you can see a little bit of the trees back here, some of that green, some of that orange there. And then, of course, this one that I just stamped crosses over that. Turn my heater down. This is a faux glassine pocket bag. It is made with a cereal liner. Just cut to the width It's folded, but I went ahead and sewed across the bottom. But sew and sew and sew. You have the opening here. But if you want this on the front, sewn on like this one is, you can see the stitch marks. This is sewn. I sew this on first and then sew the pocket closed. So that way that is a stable part of it. Should have had my glue ready. And I'm going to glue this pocket all the way down. Gluing plastic down sometimes it doesn't stick very well. Like sometimes you'll glue and then it just, once the glue dries, it pulls right up. So I'm putting the glue on the stitches. So hopefully it will adhere to the page ever so slightly better. And normally I would not put a pocket all the way up to the top, but in this case I have to in order to like have space. Let's give this a squish. Squish all those down. Okay. And on the front of this, I'm going to glue a piece of book page. And this is off of my glue book. So it's what I was embossing on during my live stream last night. The page that I was putting the stuff on. So it's got different colored embossing powders stuck on it. Melted to it, I guess is the better way with that. Now, I will admit, I did not give a lot of thought as to what I was going to use to decorate the front of this pocket. But I did try to stick with, old, antique, historical type things. So I got into my little folder up there of furniture, and it's images that I cut out of it's like I don't know what you call it. So it's a book that helps you look up the value of antiques. And this particular one is mostly furniture, the book that I have, but it helps you like look up, like if you have this chair in your possession, you can find it in the book and then it'll give you a list of like what items like that have sold for at auction and, that kind of stuff. Okay, so this I'm going to glue to the inside of the pocket. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to hold off on this, I think, maybe. Nah, I'm going to go ahead and put it down that way because otherwise it's going to end up being stuffed somewhere. It's going to end up on the floor or, getting rolled over by my chair. Then throw it. Yeah, so I'm just going to use it. And again, this is putting stuff over the pocket, which you could, right? Because it'll be on the outside of the pocket. You could certainly still use it by even gluing stuff over the front. Is not a deal breaker. And so what you saw in the beginning was me putting this stamp on the bottom, and that is just, I have these 5 ladies. They are black and white in vintage clothing. These are stickers, but I'm not going to glue them down as stickers. I'm not going to worry about peeling that back off. I'm just going to glue them straight into the book. I would not do that with all stickers. I can do that with these ones because I've used them enough that I know that they're not going to separate. Like, I'm not going to end up with just a bunch of clear pieces stuck on my in my book. This down here just kind of gives them each something to stand on, something decorative. Oop. My battery just died on my belt. And ironically enough, by leaving the back on it, it actually helps them not be so see-through. So you can't see as much of the background. So these particular stickers also, they're almost like a fabric on the front. It's almost like a cloth, sort of. So I could even go over those with my dauber if I wanted to, and make them more, more yellowy, more vintagey colored, more tinted. But I'm gonna leave them as they are. I think it gives enough of a contrast. All fashionable ladies down there. So very neutral. Now that I'm looking at this, it's like, wow. Browns, blacks and browns, grays. It's very neutral. Very, very neutral. Make sure I only have one page there. We're on week 21. As crazy as that is to think about, that we're that far into the year already. Let's see, where can I date this? All right, so I will get a picture of this in a little bit. I said I have to go out there and get my phone off the charger, not into my living room. But so there is week 21. Face, as in the face of the card, or the face of the pocket. Stickers. Fashion, also on my stickers. History, so we've got historical fashion. We've got historical furniture and historical tools. And then instruments of construction for making wool or making yarn, and then making candles. So there is that. Put those over there. And those were the first 5 in the new bag. Crazy. Let's see what we have for next week. Gotta get them out of the bag first. Okay. Again, we're not gonna spread them out because then I can't pick them up. This is very challenging to shuffle these like this when there's this many. It gets easier as the weeks go by. Okay. And we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gave them a shuffle, randomly picked, as you saw, just like always. And these are going to go back in the bag. Let's see what we have for next week. Wow, my tablet is updating yet again. It's twice today. Okay, so we have frame. Both my challenges next week use frames. Interesting. Wrapper. Nature. Icon. And art. Frame, wrapper, like as in a rapper, not a music rapper. Icon, art, and nature. Okay. So tune in next week and see what kind of funness I can come up with for that. Don't forget, do all those YouTubey things if you don't mind. The like, subscribe, notification bell, so on and so forth. And that will let you know when I drop videos, when I go live, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And stay tuned. We will talk to you in the next video. Bye.